In this video, we'll take a look at some of the additional enhancements that have been made to OpenBridge Modeler. Those enhancements include bent plate diaphragms for both precast and steel girder structures, volumes and the properties of any of the elements that you model, a reorganized ribbon toolbar, steel cross frames that can apply to all bays, steel cross frames where you can specify specific spacing strings as opposed to a fixed spacing for all cross frames in a bay. Functional components, telling it to ignore the skew on the support line, and also talk about sending more than one unit or more than one bridge to OpenBridge. So for bent plate diaphragms, again, this is an enhancement to the CrossFrame library. You can specify that as a frame type, and this is for both precast and steel girder bridges. You'll notice these little radio buttons here are new as well. So you have the ability to define these for each. Next up here is showing the volume on object properties, whether it's piers, abutments, wing walls, barriers, girders, diaphragms, and decks. On any of those, you can select the element with the element selection tool, and in the properties window, not only can you see the general information that we add to the element, you can also see its solids, both volume and surface area as well. Ribbon bar changes. We've renamed the Analysis and Reporting tab to Reports and Drawings. The order of the tabs has been modified. As you can see below, it's now Home, Civil, Utilities, Reports and Drawings, View, Collaborate, and Help. The old Parametric Cell tab has been moved, and those two icons are now on the Utilities tab, and you see those here below. A few other changes. The clash detection tools were moved off of Utilities and added to the new Collaborate tool, along with some other tools like our markup tools, the overall collaboration tools that are available in the platform products, and the element selection tools have been added to this Collaborate tab as well. Item types is a huge new enhancement for this version, and so all of those tools have been added to the Utilities tab out here on the end. The library icons have all been enhanced or reworked. Without the manager icon, the old icons looked something like this, with a little briefcase icon on top of each of the other icons here. And then one minor clarification, and that has to do with sending your bridge model to analytics and or bringing it back from analytics. And this actually applies for bringing it back. Previously, the wording here was update analytics, and that wasn't really the case. We weren't resending the bridge model from OpenBridge to analytics and updating it with any geometric changes that had been made here in OpenBridge. What we were doing was giving you the option to update the OBM model from the analytic model. And so update from analytics is now the preferred or new wording that's being used for all three products. When it comes to cross frames, the CrossFrame Wizard has been enhanced in two ways. One is that it allows you to add bars for all bays at once as opposed to just the current bay. And then the second, just as significant enhancement, is the ability in the spacing window here to do strings like 2 spaces at 20, 3 at 25, and 1 at 50. So those are two big time savers when it comes to doing cross-frame layout in OpenBridge. For those of you using functional components, typically for either piers or abutments, there's now a new property option that allows you to ignore the support line skew. And the reason we did that is for some agencies, they preferred to control that with a variable that was on the functional component itself, and it gave them more control in how to define things like some of the complex corners, how to orient the wall, skew independently, and maybe even cross slopes on the pavement. So a lot more capability there. And then lastly, if you are sending your structures to OpenBridge, the enhancement's been made where you can select multiple bridges and also multiple units within a given bridge, and send all of those in one fell swoop from OpenBridge to OpenBridge. Thank you for watching this short clip on some of the new enhancements that have been made to OpenBridge Modeler version 10.10.